Alright, you kids get to bed. I get the storybook.
Okay, the Dallas Cowboys made it back to another Super Bowl. That's what's up. Not for me. I'm a Giants fan. That's not what's up. But for all of you Cowboy fans, that's what's up. You made it back to another Super Bowl. But you got to tune into the story to see how that Super Bowl unfolds, because that's what's important. That's the gist of the importance of this story. So let's get into it. Throughout the year, the Dallas Cowboys finished the regular season with a 16-1 record, only losing to the New York Giants in Week 1 by a 40-0 blowout. America's team had managed to claw their way back to the biggest stage in American sports, the Super Bowl. The last time they had tasted victory on that grand stage was way back in 1996, when Troy Aikman held the #1 spot, and their fans had been waiting for nearly 3 decades to see their beloved team hoist the Lombardi Trophy once again. It had been 30 years. A lot of people died within those 30 years, but let's keep it rolling. This year's Super Bowl was set to be an historic showdown against quarterback Lamar Jackson, a beast, and his Baltimore Ravens in OBJ, my beloved OBJ. The anticipation was palpable as both teams descended upon New Orleans, the vibrant city that was to play host to this monumental event. The excitement reached fever pitch as fans from both sides flooded the city streets, creating a sea of colors, cheers, and friendly rivalries, making the city seem more overflowing than Manhattan due to it also being Mardi Gras weekend that year. Picture that. Now let's flash back to a few years prior. In the heart of Texas, Jerry Jones, the enigmatic owner of the Dallas Cowboys, found himself at the helm of an audacious project. Jerry had also been known for his extravagant ideas and a relentless pursuit of perfection on the football field. This time, he was cooking up something that would forever change the landscape of the NFL and sports in total. I mean, Jerry's just a maniacal beast. He just plots and plans. And for this quest, Jerry wanted the ultimate quarterback. And he watched his star player Dak Prescott suffer a career-threatening injury when he fractured his ankle back in October 2020. That was a dog day for the Cowboys and their passionate fans. Jerry was determined that this team would never face such a setback again, so he started plotting.
All I'm saying is this. At the end of the day, Shannon, my last point, I keep telling folks, just be patient.
Right.
Because at the end, the Dallas Cowboys are going to come down to Dak Prescott. And once again, in moments,
Yes.
Dak Prescott
Yes.
comes up smaller than what he comes up against some dude named Joshua Dobbs.
Joshua Dobbs.
That's a different subject for another day. But in the end, the Dallas Cowboys were still in a position to make something happen, and Dak Prescott threw an interception when it counted
horrible one.
most. In triple coverage. In triple coverage. So again, America, all I'm trying to say to you is this. I mean no harm. But I keep trying to tell
you
y'all.
mean harm.
I mean, the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, maybe just a little bit. But the Dallas Cowboys are right now. That's just the equivalent of them going to the bathroom and passing gas. They come out of there, they think it's perfume, and then they're gonna sit up there and say, "We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. We ain't losing no games." But they are, because at the end of the day, you got to come back to Dak Prescott. He's not gonna get done. This defense. Let me tell you something right now. This defense knows how real they are.
Into Texas Technologies Incorporated, a cutting-edge technology company known for pushing the boundaries of what was possible. And anything is possible when you put your money to it. Jerry approached him with a proposition that would shake the very foundations of football. He wanted to build the world's first AI athlete, a football-playing robot that would be the ultimate quarterback, able to outperform any human. And Jerry meant any human. The engineers and scientists at Texas Technologies were initially skeptical. but couldn't resist a $250 million, ching ching, $250 million payday that the cheating billionaire offered them. They offered to take on the monumental task of creating a robot athlete that not only had the physical prowess of a Terminator from the movie franchise, but also possessed the intelligence to make split-second decisions on the football field. The ultimate quarterback, a Tom Brady times 10. It would be the pinnacle of artificial intelligence and robotics. Jerry had one condition though. The robot had to look exactly like Dak Prescott, the quarterback he currently paid as the face of the franchise, Dallas Cowboys. He even wanted the damn thing to sweat so as not to tip off scrutinizing reporters after games. Because, you know, why isn't he sweating? They just played 3 hours. Shut the fuck. The scientists accepted the challenge and began working tirelessly to replicate every nuance of Dak's appearance. From the dimples on his cheeks to the way he tucked in his jersey. I mean, they was on point. Months turned into years as the team at Texas Technologies worked diligently to perfect the AI athlete. They combined advanced robotics with state-of-the-art AI, creating a mechanical marvel that looked eerily human. It had the same chiseled jawline, the same piercing honey brown eyes, and even the same signature throwing motion as the human Dak Prescott. Crazy. When the day finally arrived in week 2 of this football season, Jerry unveiled the AI quarterback to the world, unbeknownst to them, of course. On the contrary, the real Dak Prescott was tucked away with his family on Jerry's private island off of the Amalfi Coast, where no prying eyes could discover his subterfuge. Because you know motherfucking TMZ is everywhere. The synthetic human skin clad android stood 6 foot 2 inches tall, the same as the real Dak Prescott, exuding an air of confidence that rivaled any human player. Jerry secretly named it Silver Savior in honor of the Cowboys' iconic silver and blue colors. The first game featuring the robot as the starting quarterback was a sight to behold. It was bananas, yo. Fans marveled at the precision and power of his throws, the lightning-fast decision-making, and the uncanny ability to read defenses. The robot quarterback was like no other. It was a football prodigy that defied all expectations. It was the best. It was perfect. As the season progressed, the Cowboys dominated their opponents. They just ran over everybody. The Silver Savior led the team to victory after victory after victory after victory, setting records and rewriting the history books. It never fumbled, never threw an interception, and never missed a pass. Never have you seen a quarterback like this ever in life. The fans were in too much bliss to wonder how the hell their quarterback of the past 9 years got so good overnight. And the media held him, or it, as a quarterback on course to becoming the greatest of all time. With 5 games left in the regular season, the engineers at Texas Technologies, one of the engineers let his guilty conscience get the best of his weak heart, and he notified the FBI's Houston field office, tipping them off about the sinister Jerry Jones plot to dominate football using this robot, which sparked a federal investigation. Dumbass snitch. Was it fair to have an AI quarterback that never tired? Was it fair to have an AI quarterback that never tired? Never got injured and never raged. Top agents in the Bureau argued that the soul of football, the human element, was being stolen. Therefore, the mighty Jerry Jones must be taken down and his AI quarterback confiscated and destroyed. And as a Giants fan, I want to applaud that snitch. Thank you for doing that. A police raid was scheduled to be conducted at the Louis Armstrong New Orleans International Airport as the Cowboys team jet arrived from Texas. Agents intended to confiscate the fake Dak Prescott and arrest Jerry Jones on site, but would still permit the team to compete in the big game. On that Friday before the Super Bowl, the Cowboys team and faculty gathered at the training facility for one final practice session before the Super Bowl. Their spirits were high, and the entire team was brimming with confidence. The city of Dallas, the state of Texas, and millions of fans spread out across the globe, rallying behind them. And they could feel the weight of their fans' hopes and dreams. We haven't been to the Super Bowl since 1996. We got to get this one right here. As the sun dipped below the horizon in the following day, which was the eve of the big game, the team made their way to Dallas-Fort Worth Airport to board the team plane, fittingly named Dallas One, after the President of the United States Air Force One. Air Force One, Dallas One, blah, blah, blah. The plane was a symbol of their journey to the Super Bowl, and it had been with them throughout the entire regular season, carrying them to games across the country per owner Jerry Jones' instructions. This being the very first time he purchased a jet for his organization since his tenure began back in 1996. Only one other NFL team had a plane for its players, and that was the New England Patriots. Blah, blah, blah. So Jerry repeatedly emphasized this fact as he himself boarded the huge plane along with his staff, along with his beloved team, wanting to share in every moment of his second Super Bowl with his investment. The players, coaches, and staff were all aboarded the plane, eager to embark on the final leg of their journey to the Super Bowl in New Orleans, which was just 3 short hours away from Texas. Things seemed to be going perfectly that Saturday night. However, fate can be a fickle companion. Tragedy struck when Dallas One, the plane, was en route to the airport. A sudden and unexpected storm descended upon the plane, buffeting it with fierce winds, pelting rain. Despite the pilot's valiant efforts, Dallas One struggled to maintain control in the turbulent skies. It just panic gripped the hearts of those aboard as they fought to keep their hope alive amidst the storm's fury. It was crazy. It was nail biting. It was scary. Sort of like being on one of those 9/11 planes. As the plane fought to stay aloft, prayers filled the cabin. Players clung to each other. Coaches sought to reassure their trembling charges, and the entire Cowboys family shared a moment of collective fear and hope. Most of the players had flashbacks of the news footage of the basketball star Kobe Bryant's early death a few years prior in a helicopter crash, and hoped they wouldn't suffer a similar fate. In those terrifying moments, their dreams of a Super Bowl victory seemed to hang in the balance. Despite a defiant Jerry Jones coming out of his suite in the rear of the aircraft and barking at his team, assuring them that no plane of his is going to crash, especially not on the way to a goddamn Super Bowl, as if he was God. You don't know what is about to happen, Jerry Jones. But instead, the opposite happened. There you go. As if being grabbed by an unseen gigantic hand, the plane was suddenly thrust downward, losing stability. It was a white-knuckled nightmare as the players and staff began screaming at the top of their lungs as the huge jet lost all control as it plunged toward an open field outside of Lafayette, Louisiana, exploding into a fiery ball of flames on contact. There were no survivors left, not even Jerry Jones. And not even the AI Dak Prescott, who was reduced to melted scrap metal, and after the news broke out, the mid-sized town became engulfed with news agencies and their staff, as if the Super Bowl had suddenly shifted to that city. R.I.P. This Super Bowl went down in the books as the game that would have been unlike any other, not just because of the battle on the field, but because of the indomitable spirit of the Cowboys. With renewed determination and a profound appreciation for life, the members of the Baltimore Ravens all agreed to allow their deceased opponents to be considered the winners of the game. And that was crazy. In the end, the Dallas Cowboys' resilience and unity proved to be their greatest strength. The world knew that they would have played with the heart of champions and emerged victorious, bringing the Lombardi Trophy back to Dallas, Texas after nearly 3 decades. Their journey to the Super Bowl was not just about football. It was a testament to the power of hope, determination, and the unbreakable bond of a team that had weathered the storm together. The FBI ended their investigation a year after the tragedy by arresting all of the engineers who were involved with the AI Dak Prescot project, which prompted Texas Technologies Inc. to subsequently close its doors for good. They went bankrupt. When the world discovered that the Cowboys had intended to cheat in the Super Bowl using a robot, their sentiment for the team turned to anger and disgust, and the internet roasted Jerry Jones and his team for how events turned out for them in the end, which ignited hurtful memories for all of the players and staff's loved ones who had to deal with the cruel comments and memes that were being posted on the internet. Lastly, the real Dak Prescott was ostracized by the public as well and was banned from ever playing in the NFL again per Commissioner Roger Goodell. Because, I mean, he was just a cheat like Jerry. I mean, Jerry paid him to sit on the island and he did that. So down with him, down with the Cowboys, G's up. Asa.